Yeah. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That. And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool because
smart is the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
No. And we gotta give a shout out to Aura Production Company, man. Behind the scenes, jam behind the cam, man, really making magic happen for us. Y'all see that new angle? See how good we look? Look, we look good right there. Yeah, that's all jam, man.
It's in you, not on you.
It's absolutely in you, not on you. I mean, but if you need like podcast production, man, or creative consultations, media production, event coverage, whatever you need as it relates to production, man, make sure that y'all reach out to Jammy, y'all. Chief producer, CEO is jamthetech@gmail.com. Y'all hit her up. Aura Production, also Aura Production Company on Facebook, man. Making magic happen for us for real. What's good, man?
It's amazing, stupendously amazing. I wanted you to take a second,
okay?
Because a lot of people don't know. They know we on 99 Jams, Care Festival Radio.
Sure.
We on the Mo Show Live,
yep.
Streaming. Big shouts out to Power Plug Radio. But people really want to know, what is the New Image Project?
I'm glad you asked, my brother. The New Image Project, we started the project when we were doing our STV 12 campaign.
Yes.
Stop the Violence in 2012.
Big shouts out Supercat.
Yes.
Carlos Bailey.
I mean, the whole,
the whole team,
the whole coalition.
Yeah, it was a mob.
Yeah.
Not mob. People say mobs. But it was a group of us.
Yeah.
But that's what recruited me, actually.
Yeah.
That's how I got involved.
STV 12. And so, as a part of those conversations and focus groups, we was asking about what are some of the root causes of violence.
Okay.
And they, some of the conversations was, it's the media, it's the music, it's the
entertainment,
it's the entertainment.
I think I remember that.
And so we started the campaign. We developed this acronym under New Image. Image is an acronym for information, media, arts, graphics, and entertainment. And we set out on a journey to redefine what's cool because, smart is the new gangster. Smart is cool. My Black is beautiful. We actually just had in the timeline, the My Black is beautiful memory.
Yeah. That was beautiful. And then people don't know, we were running around doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And, but a lot of that was all a part of the New Image Project.
Yes.
Putting new images of Black men, Black women, families, putting a new image of us out there controlled by us. And for us. Yeah.
And really taking the narrative and controlling the narrative and highlighting positive stories like the Lakeside Chat, for example. That was one of the first,
the first.
It was the first. It was the first in the New Image wheelhouse, so to speak.
And you just dropped the episode of the Lakeside Chat with a super. I mean,
super Dave. Yes,
but no, it's been really amazing.
Yeah.
Relaunch of
the Lakeside Chat,
and we've had some powerful people on. We've had everybody from the reporters who wrote about the housing crisis in the city of St. Pete,
Rebecca and Tegan,
to Super Dave, Kiana been on there.
Yeah, we got Miss Patty from
big shouts out Rico on there.
Rantonio Doty, Dirt Dog, and really, Patrice. We had Patrice. Thomas came through, man.
Highlighting people that you may not regularly see on any form of media.
Right.
I'm not just saying the news or these people, really just people in the community, impacting the community from every aspect. So that's why New Image Project is so important.
That's right, man. And it's like I said, highlighting, positive images, good people who doing great work who might not normally get, that shine. And so we did the Smart is the New Gangster mixtape was a part of the New Image Project.
I was commissioned to put together.
Yes, sir. And you did a phenomenal job, my brother.
Hey, man. It was so light and easy too. It wasn't heavy commission.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was like, man, we wanted. And the original thought was like, okay, can we do I think at that time it was like 2012, 2013 version of Self-Destruction.
Yep.
Remember the Self-Destruction song? Shout out to KRS-One.
The
original Self-Destruction.
You
headed for self-destruction. So
that's back when rap.
Yeah. And so we was doing that. but it just turned out to be an amazing project with several songs, man. So Smart is the New Gangster mixtape. We need to relaunch that thing, man, and put it back in
volume 2. And like what they said, deluxe, add a couple more songs.
Yeah, with some bonus versions.
Reflection. Because I'm gonna tell you, the New Image Project, the reason I wanted to bring up the New Image Project, New Image Project is responsible for like a lot of things going on here at the station. When you watch
like
we
brought like the New Image Project
sponsored
the equipment, the tools. And that's why we need support because
thank you. That's what see?
Okay, look,
you're following.
I'll follow you. I'm right with you.
Because we're not just doing us.
Right.
We're helping other people. We're doing trainings. We helping people. Hey, what information you need.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So the New Image Project is like, it's a holistic.
Like any podcast or show that you see on 99 Jams was like the New Image Project is responsible for those visuals.
Yes.
You know what I mean? From bringing in software, bringing in, computers
equipment
and tools so that you can improve your production value. So
if you get with 99 Jams and she'll happen to have you a radio show or you will instantly become a podcaster if you flip the switch.
There you go. Just flip the switch. and that's a New Image at its finest, man. Really creating space and making ways for these things to happen. So I appreciate that, man. You got a neighborhood association meeting tomorrow.
Yes, man. Big shout out Childs Park Neighborhood Association. We got some big things coming. If you at 6:30 p.m. at Childs Park Rec Center, you're invited as a community member.
Right.
But we growing, man. It's exciting.
Yes.
To say the least. There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
And like this is the time, to really tap in because it is a lot going on. Summer's coming. Graduations. Congratulations to all the grads.
Yes.
Congratulations to Jazz. Yeah.
Doing a good job.
Did an amazing job, man.
Yeah. All the graduates really. Big shouts out to y'all. But
that's what's up.
It's really real when it hit home.
When it's personal. Yeah. It's like it's personal. They say don't make it personal. Well, that one was personal. Yeah. Great work, man. Great work. Keep putting it in, big brother.
But the neighborhood association meeting is happening tomorrow at 6:30 at You're invited as a community member. You can come watch, learn, and like I tell a lot of people, if you want to find a way to get started in your community, join the neighborhood association.
That was like an entry point for me too. Was the neighborhood association? Yeah, I mean, I was kind of running around doing stuff. But then I met Miss Brenda Nelson. I just saw her too. I had a meeting.
Brenda.
Had a meeting. Former president. Yeah.
It's been some amazing presidents at Childs Park. I want to say, golly, I stand on the shoulders of giants.
How about that? Yeah.
Wow, Miss Brenda.
Yeah. Amanda Lampley, Tommy Lampley, RIP Tommy Lampley. Yeah. And then Maria Scruggs was over there doing. They had she wasn't president of the association, but they had the CCYD. It was like the Childs Park Community Youth Initiative or something like that.
We need to bring them back. We need to figure it out. Bring it back. Stand on the shoulders of giants. Thank you. Man. I appreciate you for connecting me.
I appreciate you for continuing the work, man. Because that's what it is.
It is a continuation.
It's a continuation.
Yes, that's what I wanted to let know. That I'm not one trying to make something new, make Jabbar's Childs Park. No, I wanted to continue the work that we have been working on for the last 10 years.
That's right.
And not really disturb it, but enhance it, grow it.
That's the mission.
But at the same time, keep the mission going and keep the direction going. You know?
And I think that's the whole, like, the idea, right? Is you lay a foundation, we build a foundation, and then when you come, you standing on that, and you honor that, you appreciate that.
You got to.
But then you expand it. Like, we don't want it to stay. Again, we talked about PTR last week, preference, tradition, and requirements.
Yes.
And there's some things that I would prefer that they be done this way, and things that I would, we've always done. Yeah. But that don't mean that's what has to be done.
Yeah, that's not the requirement.
That's not the requirement. And so, we believe in giving creative licenses to grow and expand the work that we're doing.
I like that.
In community, man.
Yeah, big shots out to you, brother. The Childs Park
and us, man.
Your neighborhood association. Because see, this ain't just about Childs Park. People are like, I always talk about Childs Park. No,
that's what we work.
But no, it's not just about Childs Park.
No,
because your neighborhood association needs you just like my neighborhood association needed me.
From the beginning, we always said we wanted to make it a model of what was possible.
Yeah, that was the goal.
And when you think about what you think about what a model is, the model is like this is what you can do.
Or the addition of
like this can be you if you take these steps, if you do these things. But we always wanted to really do that, to grow it, to expand it, to other neighborhoods and continue to work. And that kind of led us to city council, man. So yeah, it's amazing
the
ride.
Work.
It's an amazing ride,
this
man.
Weekend, man. What? So after the graduations, everybody did graduations.
Yep.
Like, what else happened this weekend?
I was like kind of relaxing this weekend. I had my grandsons this weekend. So
was it Mother's Day weekend this weekend?
That was last weekend. Yeah. That was the weekend before. Weekend before last, right?
But okay, so what happened this weekend? Every time Monday we get here to go back, it's like a blur.
Because it just moves so fast. Like we're moving through space and time.
Oh, okay. I got some stuff.
Okay, what you do?
This weekend we did the Neighborhood Home Solutions class. It was amazing, y'all.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to all the people that attended. And if you don't know, the class is a home preservation class.
Okay.
It's teaching people how to preserve their home ownership, and to stay in their homes.
And that's big right now.
Yeah, it's a free class. And actually they give you $50 for attending.
Yeah, they paying you to show up and learn how to keep your house.
Exactly. And information is so big, it's so humongous, because when you put stuff like this in the community, it's a word of mouth community.
Yeah.
So once you learn it, 9 times out of 10 you'll tell somebody when you see them going through it.
That's right.
So it's a multiplier. So big shots out to the Neighborhood Home Solution. If you want to take the class, hit my phone 727-320-6264. That's 727-320-6264. Call me and we'll set you up.
And you got multiple options, right? Like you got in person, you got virtual.
And it's really honestly, if you are a homeowner and you're looking for ways to preserve your home ownership, to learn the things that they didn't teach us in school, this is the class for you.
And don't think that you can't learn something.
I learned. Listen, man, I told somebody, I done been there and I done this, man, and the class was helpful for me.
Right.
I was able to learn some things that I needed to learn, and to put some of my homeboys on, like, hey, bro, look, and they pull up to the class and like, bro, thank you, dog. I was thinking, wow, you got me here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about, how your homies keep it real with you.
Yeah, they coming. They coming because you invited them, but they don't really know like what we do.
And then once they got to the meat and potatoes, he's like, hey man, bro, thank you, bro.
I done changed a few people's lives like that. Yeah. Like just come, man. And then they come and they be like, yo, oh man, I ain't know it was gonna be.
Open up a whole bunch of doors.
Yeah, that's right.
So just check it out.
Right on.
It's the home preservation class. Get with me and we'll make it happen.
Real deal. So I saw you put out a position statement. A position. Rejecting involvement in groups and organizations that exploit Black voices and bodies and camouflage their own shortcomings to advance their agendas. Tell me about that statement, my brother.
What I did was I've been looking at this and thinking about it, because I'm just, in this nonprofit world, this nonprofit industrial complex, doing work in these community groups, doing work and just learning. And I see a lot of groups that'll hold our pain. They'll get our pain points, and then they'll prop up our pain points.
Okay.
To get funding and get grants and to get all types of things under the name of our pain.
Right.
But then don't turn around and try to alleviate our pain.
Come on, man.
And then or be woefully short on relieving our pain. Right. And the problem is, a lot of these groups, they don't really care about us. You get what I mean? And it's like,
at the end of the day, when you boil it down,
once you like they say, when you see how the sausage is made, you don't eat sausage.
Okay.
Right. People at chicken farms don't eat chicken.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm telling you. You don't, and just when you see it and you peek behind the curtain and you're like, dang, look what they doing. And then you see it.
Right.
There's different instances right in your face, and they'll have a black face up there smiling. You know what I'm saying? Why some white people back there finna make $2 billion, $20 billion.
Yeah.
And that man might not be able to pay for his rent this month.
Yeah. And that's the badge of honor, because you have him up there standing up there consistently telling that story, how he can't pay his rent this month.
Using the pain. Using the pain of the Black experience. Using our pain to lift up their organizations and them, but it's still to leave us down there. You get what I mean? And a lot of times, just like if you go downtown St. Pete right now, you don't see a bunch of McDonald's or Burger King.
No.
That's intentional.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They didn't let Burger King and McDonald's come down there because they want to emphasize local.
Yeah.
not the big box brands, the local. Right. And that's what I think we need to do with the nonprofits and the community groups. We need to emphasize local.
Yeah.
Right. Who usually have a local executive director, a local manager, local ground guys.
Right.
Because you'll have an organization swoop in and the executive director from Memphis and the organizer from Wyoming.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with Wyoming and
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
But when you talk about penetrating and deeply organizing the community and why money and dollars ain't in the community, because y'all not hiring the people from the community.
That's right.
So you here to talk about the inflation and all the things that the system is doing wrong, but then your organization participating in it.
Yeah.
And lean on that white supremacy when you need to, when it's comfortable with your group.
That's true.
When it's the benefit of the organization. Oh yeah, this is how we got to do it. This is how we got to do it when it's beneficial. But then on the other side, you'll flip the pancake open and talk bad about an organization that does it on the regular.
Right.
And be like, oh, well, look at them. Look at y'all doing the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, definitely have seen how, I remember we was on this decolonization.
Yep.
Remember decolonization was the thing to do.
Yes.
Around 2020, George Floyd and that was happening.
It was a big investment.
It was a big Thank you for that. Big investment. And that's how, when you talk about the exploitation of these groups, is because, when you have these waves and these movements, then they start throwing resources and dollars into, these movements.
Yep.
But they don't make it to the people who need it the most a lot of times.
Yep.
And there was an investment in, decolonization was like the thing that they were investing in. And then as we started learning about decolonization, you start realizing, dang, the people who I work for.
Listen, I'm going to be so 100. They had to stop that.
Yeah.
Because they seen that they were educating us.
Yeah.
And then we were coming back with what we were educated on and saying, hey, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Like,
because according to what I just read in the decolonization training of things you don't do, that's everything that y'all do.
Yeah. And that wasn't the first time I did that. I was with these different groups, they paying, and I'm blessed.
Yeah.
They paid for me to learn a lot of stuff that I really learned.
Yeah.
I didn't go there and twiddle my thumbs at the class.
Yeah.
I learned, and then intentionally, one of our things was to intentionally bring something back to the community.
Every time.
If we go to Orlando, if we go to, they had us going everywhere. We'll go everywhere.
Down south,
and our goal was to get something and bring it back.
Every time.
And we'll both be in there, and then he going to get something different, and I'm going to get something different. Sometimes we get something.
It was like, we really here to do it. Like, we really here to take the notes.
And what can we bring back?
Because they was like work trips. Work trips and trainings and things that they do.
You will not waste my time.
No, and I'm not going to participate in you wasting my time. So I'm going to find something in this
make it worth my time.
That make it worth my time.
That was the goal.
That was always the goal. And we always, really try to do that with fidelity.
Yep.
And one of the things that we were learning about was this idea of colonization and how it shows up in our organizations. And then when you start calling it out and naming it, now you become an outcast in the organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're like, who? They're rebels.
No, I'm just applying what I learned.
No, I mean, but you're a smart ass, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's how people.
That's true.
You're gonna use what you learned against me? No, we're working in this space, and we're really here for change. And then
that's right.
And after we leave, there will be some change. It might be a little bit. It might be incremental.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna do the same thing again.
No.
You're gonna learn the lesson. You're gonna be like, dang,
that's
I remember what I did then.
All right, y'all. Our guest in the building.
Yes.
And so after the top of the hour, we got two very special guests, and we're talking about some community events and one particular event that's happening. And so y'all don't want to miss it, but we still got a few minutes before the break. And so we're talking about colonization. We're talking about Mr. Edmonds' position statement. That's how I looked at it, brother. It was like a position.
Yeah, I had a position.
Like you took a position, like unequivocally rejecting involvement in groups and organizations that exploit black voices.
Don't call me. I don't want to join your group. I don't want to come to your event.
Yeah.
I don't. Because you know what you're doing.
What's the qualifier? Is there a qualifier? Because I know you saying that, but I know you be at all. You work with any group. You be at all the events. So I know it's some type of qualifier. Because I've heard you say that before. I ain't messing with that group, and then you be like all in with that group. Yeah. You do that. I do it too.
Okay, so because, I mean, you're right.
Love make you do strange things, though.
But you're right.
When you love your people and love your community, sometimes it's not about the individual. Matter of fact, it's not about the individual. It's about the bigger picture.
You know how you don't remember what you said about your significant other the last time you just said, dang, I remember what you did today.
Yeah.
But no,
love make you do it though, man.
You're right. And
being able to see the bigger picture, because here's the other part of it. In the time that we got left, like, I've struggled with that, where it's like you have a project or an initiative, something that you kick off and you start and you initiate it, right?
Yep.
And then some kind of way you end up getting voted off the island.
It happened.
Like, I've been voted off islands that I like, we dig all the soil, we cut the bushes, you do all of these things, and then they be like, okay, well, thank you for your service. We going in a different direction.
You did good. I mean,
yeah. And then here's the struggle is when it's a good initiative and it's something that the community needs. How do you support it, even though it's not supporting you?
Hey, I mean, Steve Jobs got voted off the island of his company.
Yeah,
and it's a story about
voted off a few islands. And it's not always been bad. Like, it's
great.
Like, I've been voted off some islands at the time where I was thinking, dang.
Listen,
but then later on, I was like, boy, I'm glad.
I got voted off that island with you and was like, woo, watching the ship sink.
We dodged one.
We watching the ship sink. And they looking back, why y'all left us?
No, we didn't leave. Y'all kicked us out.
You ain't got to meet your notes. That's the problem. You should have took notes.
That me when you came and you told me that
it wasn't working.
Yeah, that I'm not the one for it.
You said it wasn't working.
And I was all right with that. And then the ship sank. And not that we want the ship to sink. That's the point that I'm making. Like,
we don't want
there's things that you want to see succeed.
We did. We wanted that to succeed. We said it.
Yeah.
Hey,
like,
man, we don't got to be a part of that. We don't got to be a part of that. God bless them boys.
I want you to win. That's the thing too with this work. Like you can't compete against somebody who's rooting for you to win. Like, I want you to win. I want you to be successful. Like I'm not competing with you.
I don't know what y'all doing.
Like, we trying to help you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It gets real interesting in some of these spaces, man.
Yes,
look at Jam behind the cam, keeping us on point with the clock. So, like I said, man, it's a lot of work to be done, more that needs to be done and needs to be said. But while we got the mic, we're going to say what needs to be said also. So we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back with our guests and talk about some Juneteenth activities and events that's going on, man. And, it's up. In the words of comedian Damian Davis.
Oh, they're like granny?
That's what he said.
But grannies are young now. See, listen. See, there you go. I'm just realizing how life is moving.
Grannies are younger. Yeah, granny ain't granny no more.
Ain't granny, boy.
She grandma now.
Grandma.
Yeah, Nana, Mimi.
Shout out to all the grandmas. We need to do a My Black is Beautiful grandma shoot.
Okay, there you have it. And that's how it happens.
All the beautiful grandmas because grandmas unchanged.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happens. I'm with that because I got me a beautiful one at home. Ooh, I love my Mimi. So we'll be back 6-7 minutes after the hour. You listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams The Bird.
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edmond. I go by Mr. Edmond. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, YourBrotherJohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Kiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. All right? I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Peter's small. And so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, you know, everybody knowing each other, of course, would be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really getting back to a place where we know our neighbors and we look out for each other. It was a St. Pete that existed, you know, south of Central, and then there was another St. Pete that existed north of Central and downtown. It was a struggle then, and I think it's still, you know, somewhat a struggle for black people in the city of St. Pete.
Even with every step of progress we make, it's still a struggle to, you know, implement that progress.
Did y'all hear about the weed college, the first cannabis college
in Orlando?
Talk to us,
No, yeah, I've been looking at it.
This is serious, y'all.
Over a year ago.
If you got the charges, go and get the degrees, King. You got years of experience, man. It ain't like you come into a classroom with no data.
Elon Musk said that a drug dealer knows how to manage and run a business better.
I can't believe that.
The real facts, man.
I'm all about education. But what I'm saying is that we carry this industry on our backs.
The way we started the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Jabbar approached me about what could we do, how can we do something together, and then an opportunity to promote Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is the, you know, voting rights restoration to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio, got 99 jams to talk about, you know, Amendment 4 and other local, you know, policies.
Hello.
To returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio, got 99 jams to talk about, you know, Amendment 4 and other local, you know, policies and politics. Enjoyed it, so we started doing it on Sundays as like a podcast with, at the time, Janet Michelle. She was our co-host, and she, you know, filled that role until she moved. And then we had Carla Bristol, Carla B. She came in for a season. And then Reno was behind the scenes. He was always present because we did organizing together, so he'd come and hang out. And then the things that he was saying off camera was like, man, we might as well just have you on the show.
The negative thoughts that you is thinking about right now, or any particular subject, y'all, just flip it.
Turn problems into opportunities.
Problems are opportunities, man. Big shots out to Charles Soprano, man.
Real deal, man.
We on the jump board together right now. Just being around people and clearly always talking, I just felt like at least learn something, so as you see that you're not going to shut up, you can have substance to your conversation and not just be labeled somebody who just love to talk.
Really being informative, looking to give the information that isn't readily available in our community.
Multiple meteorologists can look at the same data and come up with a different forecast.
And so now you take those models, take that data and say, okay, based upon all of that,
absolutely,
you might be in between here and there, and that's my know what I'm saying speech. Most recently, after Carla B, you know, transitioned out and went to do other things as well, Kiana, we invited Kiana.
I've been working with the guys for a while outside of this, and they called me to interview. And when I came in to interview that Sunday, after the show, they was like, hey, you need to be a part of the show. And I was like, okay.
I look at it almost like a band and the instruments, but it's just the instrument that we're using is our voices. My
voice is already kind of squeaky. I know my voice can get squeakier.
You have to have your radio voice on and have that vocal control.
I talk lower when I need to calm it down. And when I'm very passionate about it, I slow it down. And because I want you to understand what I'm saying. What's good for the geese is good for the gander. So if you keep it secrets, just know that she can too.
Okay, and see that's why that's why you need it on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You feel? Because you gonna even things out. You know what I'm saying? I was just joking. You know what I'm saying? It was joking.
We just understand power, you know, and in terms of people's attention, you know, because it costs. People's attention costs. That's why it's called pay attention.
We want to present local information right up there with
the trending topics.
One thing that's a common denominator with all of us is that we're all passionate about our people.
For me, what you take from me is that I'm real and I'm passionate about the growth of our people.
The overall goal, I would say, is to have a more informed community around electoral politics, around health, around equity.
It's about the mission of connecting the dots and closing the gaps, inspiring people to see what's possible, and trying to be an example. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing sometimes, but you do the best that you can with what you have, and you pray that others will be inspired to join in.
For more info, visit cdatcenter.org/Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
We're back. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See you, Dad.
We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because
smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know.
No. Welcome back, y'all. And we have our very special guest in the building. We got Consuela Mackey Perry and Kentea Bila in the building. Dr. Kentea. Tables of Purpose. Yeah. Welcome to the ride, y'all.
Welcome to the ride.
Thank you.
And for those who don't know you, this is St. Pete, but everybody probably do, but it might be a few people that don't. Give us a brief introduction of who you are.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. My name is Consuela Mackey Perry. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan, but I've been here since I was about 9 years old, about 85.
Okay.
But I am the proud owner and operator of Tabitha's Exquisite Touch Salon right on Central and 16th Street.
Right on.
But also the co-founder of the Real Youth Alliance, where me and my husband is really pushing and operating, recognizing, educating, and love our youth. So I got a lot of things I'm involved
I know
in.
it.
I sit at the best table there is to sit at, So Tables of Purpose, where we doing our thing for the Juneteenth Good Stock out of St. Pete. So
I love it.
It's a little brief.
I love it. I love it.
I am Dr. Kentea Bila. I am a native of St. Petersburg, Florida, but I met this lovely lady at the flagpole at Lakewood Elementary.
Oh, wow.
And we've been
Okay.
friends ever since.
Yeah.
Third grade.
Third
Wow.
grade. So a little bit about myself. I went
Bet
to
you can't steal that, huh?
No, you can't. This is like for real day one, okay?
For real.
Man, that's amazing.
I went to Lakewood Elementary, Bay Point, Bay Vista, as well as 16th Street and St. Pete High. Went on to Florida A&M and have lived abroad. Came back home in 2018 with a mission to really be more connecting my community from St. Pete to the world through different philanthropic things. So the Juneteenth event is not just Juneteenth because it's a holiday.
Right.
It's also that we're recognizing people that are right here from home. That's why it's called Good Stock.
Yeah.
Out of St. Pete. We should not have to go beyond Pinellas County to get recognized for all of the wonderful things that we're doing. So now that Juneteenth is a holiday, we want to both celebrate it and making it a homecoming to bring everyone back home and celebrate them too. This is what we call freedom, when we're economically advanced as well as education and sharing with the youth.
I love that. Good Stock out of St. Pete, Juneteenth Festival and Mentorship Expo, and it's look like it's gonna be a weekend, a shindig.
A shindig.
Starting June 16th to the 18th.
Yes.
So tell us, give me the inspiration behind. You talked about the Good Stock piece of it, and the Real Youth Alliance. I know you've been doing mentorship workshops. How did this all kind of come together? What's the Rubik's Cube part of this? Okay, let's do mentorship, let's do Juneteenth, and also recognize the people who are doing great work here. How did that all happen?
Well, it came to me, I'm going to say God put it in my spirit in the bed one night. It was you really need to do something at home. We talk about the youth being idle and they have nothing to do. Yes. But then we also have great individuals that are doing great things in the world. So it's like a disconnect to me, that we have kids that they're saying are idle, but then we see on award shows and in different athletic fields that there's people from St. Pete.
That's right.
So why not connect them? So of course I called up my girl who's been doing great things in the community, even in my absence. And I said, listen, I have this idea that God gave me. What do you think? We formed a committee. And then we said, instead of it just being a mentorship camp, we're going to call it Expo, where we have different business entities that look for our support. And we want to bring it out where these kids have a one-on-one with the people that we're honoring, but also for different businesses that we support. We have banks coming out. We have different educators coming out. So that's where the mentorship expo comes in. And then asking everyone to come back home and give back to the community. But let's honor them for what they've done.
That's right. No, and it's true. It's like, because we have this conversation too. Like when we did a Lakeside Chat with Jawan Green, it dawned on me, like, we went to the same school. We was like literally blocks away. I took a route, but he ended up working for NASA. And I'm like, we literally both walked out our door. I can look over there and be like, what up? What up? But but the choices that we made, and a lot of times that's not the common narrative. We don't hear about the success stories, or we hear very little about the success stories and what's possible for us. And so I think that's amazing that y'all are connecting the dots in that way. On June 16th, day one, what can we expect when we walk in or when we show up? What are we looking forward to?
Well, one of the things we're looking forward to is supporting the community.
Yeah.
Because this is a community effort. This is not just about us. It's just we formed it, but now we're asking and we're looking for the community to support it by coming out. Look at it as a big barbecue. You know what I'm saying? With vendors and business being out there to be supported, because we are not charging for this event.
Eyebrows raised.
You see that? It's no cost. Now, it's a cost. It's just not associated to the community to come out to support it and be a part of it.
That's right.
So we're going to have vendors, probably of about 60 vendors. One of our big things we want to do is, because we getting the feedback. We know it's Father's Day, guys, right?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And we honor our fathers. We respect our fathers, you know. But the thing of it is, a lot of times stuff ain't done on Father's Day, right? So this is like Mother's Day. But this is an opportunity now for the families. Bring your fathers out.
Yeah.
Let's cook with them. Let's grill with them. You know, so we got a grill off for the fathers. You know, so if you think your father can grill, or your brother, your cousin, your uncle, somebody, nominate them.
Or if you think you can.
Oh, you think you can. And if you register, the beauty of this is not just us have you come out to do that. And, you know, we also want to make sure we're supporting that person. So somebody the person that win, they'll get a whole setup. So if you want to start your own little grilling business,
watch out there now.
You got your whole setup that Ace Hardware and Home Depot has sponsored.
Wow.
So whoever wins, y'all leaving with a bag now.
Okay.
$1,500 in value.
In value. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we have that, but we also too having a kid zone. One of the things I love to do is, I support everybody, but I like to recognize our children. So we want to have children vendors out there, because we want to do a whole kid zone so the kids can enjoy the opportunity. Because, you know, sometimes we get to having fun. We forget about what the kids need and what the kids like to do. So, you know, we'll be having
Stop halfway drinking them sodas and go play somewhere.
So we have our VIP section. We also have where the honorees will be. We have entertainment going on as we're honoring the honorees throughout, but it's gonna be a whole festival, big barbecue, whatever you want to call it. Bring your chairs, bring your blankets. You know, we're gonna be at Williams Park.
Williams Park, man.
Williams Park.
From 10 to 6.
Okay.
So that's June 16th.
June 16th.
Sunday, June 16th.
Sunday, June 16th.
From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
It's gonna be an amazing weekend.
Man, that's a day, boy. That's a day.
That's a day.
Yeah,
man.
It's a day that you don't want to miss it. Now, this is what I will say. You know, the part that I hear every time something is done in our city. You know, the first thing people want to say.
What they say?
Who gonna be there?
Oh,
who gonna be there?
Who gonna be there?
Who gonna be there? I don't know why we are like that, but to me, if you want to do something, do it. It don't matter who gonna be there. You be there.
And before you come, you want to know who all over there. Who all over there?
The worst part about it is when we say that, you got this right there. When we say that,
thank you so much.
And you see
who all over there,
and how's it going? The first thing we're like, oh, next year y'all doing it again next year. You know, tomorrow is not promised to us. Great
that's
things
right.
are done now.
That's right.
It's
That's
done
right.
now.
That's right.
So if you want to do something, do it.
That's right.
And don't worry about who else doing it.
Come on,
things
man.
happening now.
And this is the thing that we talk about. It's like really one of our values when we talk about partnership and collaboration. And we always want to know how can we meaningfully contribute.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And sometimes showing up is a meaningful. It's a big contribution.
Yes.
And then showing up if you want to move a chair, do something else. But just showing up, that's the first part. That's the first step in this thing is actually being present, being available, and making yourself available. And so
that's right.
We definitely appreciate y'all creating space for us to serve. So it's motivational. Let's make it happen Monday.
Right.
Caller, you on the air?
Hey, how y'all doing this morning? This is Pastor Don't You Know No Good. How y'all doing this morning?
Pastor Don't You Know No Good.
Pastor. I see y'all know how to be real good because I see y'all got a beautiful guest on there. She look like a perfect piece of fried chicken.
Oh, there you go. Don't start. Don't start it.
Tell them to come down to Pastor Don't You Know No Good church and pay a tithes and offering.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pastor Don't You Know No Good, you coming to the festival?
Oh, yeah, I'll come to you. Y'all gonna have a bunch of perfect piece of fried chicken at the festival. I will be there. Me and my deacons in the choir and everybody.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the support.
All right. It's nothing like Granny Freddy. Y'all already know.
And there you have it. The Monday word from Pastor Don't You Know No Good.
He said, Pastor, don't you know no good? We want to make sure you know your good. Make sure you be in good stock and safe feet.
There you have it.
Bring the whole congregation.
Bring the whole everybody.
Oh, man, I love it. And I do see the list of people that you're honoring, right?
Yeah.
And it's these are worthy people, definitely. So I see you got Will Packer, Winky Wright.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna spoil it. Like, just go to the flyer because there's so many more on here. Yeah, follow. Where can they follow? Where can people go?
On Instagram, it's goodstocksaint.pete. Okay, that is what's on Instagram, and on Facebook. There's an event page for Good Stock out of St. Pete. The website is www.goodstockstpete.org. So our socials as well as the website, you can look and find the updates. And that's where you can find us.
Okay. And then I see so Sunday is the festival.
Yes.
And then the 17th and 18th. Tell me about those 2 days.
So that's the Mentorship Expo as we talked about. So the same individuals that we're honoring on Sunday, just as they are really good stock, they're going to give their time back at Eckerd College.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So that is an opportunity for the youth, middle school and high school. Parents, you go to www.goodstockstpete.org and you register.
Okay.
This is not just the students just come out. Depending on what the student is interested in, if they're interested in athletics, when they get in the room, they will be with someone that's in athletics.
I see you got Lou Murphy Jr. in here.
Yes. So Lewis,
Andre Hall.
Yes. Cornell Green.
Okay.
So yes, those are football. Then you have Maurice Spates for basketball. But then you have Dr. Carlia East for psychology, right? Talking about medicine. And then you also have just a plethora of Tiffany Black, who's an actor. She's, again, coming home to give her time back.
This is amazing.
Y'all just
this
did
is amazing.
This is not an overnight thought.
No, y'all
this
did
is amazing.
This is not an overnight thought.
Yeah.
It's not an overnight thought.
So if that child is interested in that, the parent selects it. Now, they're not just going to get someone that's notable. They're also going to have someone in the classroom that is local.
Right.
So as they are matriculating and learning, if they want to tap in with someone, they're going to say, hey, Miss Jackson, remember when I was in front of Tiffany Black? Well, I want to make sure that my artistic ways are where they need to be. And Miss Jackson is their local connect. So they can look on Instagram and look at Tiffany Black or Will Packer, right? In the theater, or Jasmine Simmons that's doing production, right? But then they have someone local to go to make sure they have a guidance. So in the summertime or when they're out of school, they're just not idle minds. These youth have something to say. If they came from St. Pete and they're getting these awards, I too can come from a small city like this and make a big impact on the world. And I am one day going to be greater stock out of St. Pete.
Man, I feel that all in my spirit.
That's
just the intentionality behind it. And I want to just say thank you because I know it's not easy I know the work is hard. You know what I'm saying?
In your everyday life with other work
yeah,
you have to do.
Yeah. And I think sometimes the sacrifice that's made in order to do these things is overlooked. And so you look at the glitz and glamour, like this is not all that you do, but it can be all encompassing, especially to do something like on this scale, multiple days. It's a lot that's involved. And so I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. I know, like you said, the idea came in bed, and I'm sure it'd be other ideas coming and phone calls coming and things that need to happen. So I really appreciate the work and the effort. And I like I said, I could feel it as you're talking about it, the intentionality of it and the multiple days. And then I see you got like middle school day, like time for middle school, and then you got time for high school as well. This is just like phenomenal. And so give me that website again for people if they want to tap in.
www.goodstockstpete.org.
Yes.
And is this do parents have to come or
now that's the thing. That's why we have the festival. The festival is for everybody. Everybody on Sunday.
Yeah.
But on Monday and Tuesday it's strictly for the students.
Okay.
It's not for the parents to come and say, "Oh, my baby is such and such room."
I want to go take a picture with Will Packer.
We have to understand that one thing about this is it's purposeful. It's a purpose behind it. We're not doing this for clout. We're not doing this for show and tell. It's none of that. This is to help our community and drive our children to go in the right direction. That's right. Because there's a lot of things they could be doing and that they are already doing. Right?
That's true.
But now let's give them to the things that they need to be doing that's going to be purposeful for their life.
I love that.
On Monday and Tuesday from 9 to 11 is for the middle school.
Okay.
From 12 to 2 is for the high school. Sign your children up. Have your kids come to me. It's a short little brief sign up.
Yeah.
Sign your child up, and then we're going to take care of your kids. I guarantee you, we got your babies. All y'all have to do is drop them off.
I love that. But I love it.
Drop them off and pick them up.
Pick them up.
Oh, come get them too.
Now we do have support though. We do have support from.
We have Natoya Jackson, Mr. Jet Jackson's daughter. Out of Atlanta. She's definitely helped. Miss Tamish Packer Brown, which is Will's sister. She's out of Atlanta. She's helping. We have Miss Shawanda Sorrells, who we're making her honorary St. Pete member. She went to FAM with me. She's into careers. She's a counselor. She's putting all the educational packets together. And then we also have Miss Tamara.
Did you say educational packets?
Yes,
okay.
When they leave, the youth will have resources to take career assessment tests to make sure that they're going in the right direction. She'll also have where they can follow up online and look up different educational places, whether it's trade or degree, because trades are very important too. So she will definitely, Miss Sorrell specializes in that. And then we have Miss Tamara McKinney, which is with special needs. And she's making sure that all the ADA compliance is there because she is an instructor at Nina Harris. So we want to make this a universal course design where everybody can be equipped, whether they have some type of exceptional need. They're going to be accommodated at the festival as well as the mentorship expo. So we're here because we're from St. Petersburg, but there's a team behind us, and each one of us have a team.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, I oh man, this is just phenomenal. I love it. And you said that it's free for the participants.
The whole weekend.
You got sponsors. If people wanted to donate or contribute and sponsors, do you want to shout out some of the sponsors or tell us how, you know?
Okay, so we definitely need more donations.
Okay.
Definitely for the mentorship expo, if you have some school supplies or things like that. Consuela location, give them the location.
The location is 1614 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33712. Again, that's 1614 Central Avenue, right down St. Pete.
And if you want to make a financial contribution, whether it's $10, $20, you can go to tablesofpurpose.com. Or you can go to goodstockstpete.com. It all comes back to Tables of Purpose, which is a 501c3 organization. You will get a tax letter at the end of the year saying about your contribution. Our current sponsors are 95.7 The Beat. We also have Home Depot, as we said, Ace Hardware. We have Renter Center is also a sponsor. We have Faith Community Nurses, they're a sponsor. We have Simply Health, that's a sponsor. We have Baycare, that's a sponsor, and we're seeking for other sponsors. Okay, we've had some commitments, but we also would like just day-to-day individuals.
Yeah.
You can be a part of this if you can't come to the festival or you want to come to the festival and give. Definitely we're taking donations because we're going to feed the kids as well.
Right.
So all of that cost, and we're putting this on at no cost. We also have vendor opportunities. So we're using the vendor opportunities when you pay for a vendor. That is going to put in the festival on. Sponsorship levels, both of these are on our website. In addition to that, the cook-off that we talked about, they're $150 to enter, but the winner takes all, which is an $800 and more package of a brand new grill, all the accessories. Those funds go to support. And the way we're making also, and we talked about this on your show before, Tables of Purpose has partnered with South African wineries.
Yeah.
So at the park, we will have a beer garden. So we'll be selling the South African wine, local beers, and non-alcoholic beverages. We will sell all of the beverages so that we can put money back into our organization. But come out, try our South African wine, excite your palate, and just support. This is for the youth. This is for St. Pete. We have to do something for our own. We can't expect any other entity to do something for them.
Right.
Absolutely.
And how did you all land on Juneteenth as the time to do this? Like, was that also intentional? Because I know like you could pick any other date or any other time. Why did you choose Juneteenth in that time frame?
Because it has just become a holiday, right?
Yes.
We've been celebrating it before. I remember when I was little, I used to go to Campbell Park. But now that it's
shout out to Miss Jeannie Blue, man.
So now that it's a national holiday, why should we not do it big?
There we go.
You get what I'm saying? It's Martin Luther King as well as Juneteenth. Now, when we talk about freedom, what does freedom look like to us?
Yes.
Okay? So we have to talk about that piece too. You're free. Now, what do you do with your freedom?
Okay.
We have to reach back and pull, others up. Everybody doesn't have bootstraps. So Juneteenth is showing that we have individuals that are in the arts, when before it was just, a few people like Sidney Poitier, but now you have, again, we were saying Tiffany Black, or you have a Jasmine Simmons that's in production, or Will Packer that's making box office hits. That comes off the shoulders of our ancestors.
That's right.
So Juneteenth was chosen because we're going to make this holiday a real celebrated holiday, and we're going to do it right here in St. Petersburg downtown, where we've had some, likely things that have happened.
It's just been dead wrong.
Yeah.
It just did us wrong down now. Look, I'm going to interpret this.
Right. You got it.
For the doctor. So you being politically correct. Now, we know them green benches was there and our people couldn't go there. We knew that, and I say that because it's beautiful. You have Siobhan Monique on here, and they just did the Motherland Music Festival, and she talked about her reason for choosing
That's it.
Williams Park and being able to reclaim these spaces and understand that this whole city belonged to us. Like we built this whole city, but a lot of times we relegate ourselves to South St. Pete, or we're gonna do it at Enoch, or we're gonna do it at Dale Homes, or we're gonna but it's like, no, this whole city belongs to all of us, and these spaces belong to all of us.
So let's own it.
So let's really own it. And really make this type of demonstration. So I love the fact that and look, as a city council member changing the hat, like we just invested like $1 million in that band shell down there. So it's like Williams Park, the way it looks now, it's not going to look like that in a few years because the investments are being made down there, and those are our tax dollars as well. And so we should benefit from that. So I'm glad you chose that as a location. And then Eckerd College, is that where the mentorship workshop is? Okay. Yes. And Eckerd College, I can't see it here, but y'all know where Eckerd is. Ask Siri. Take me.
Take me there.
Take me to Eckerd College so I can get little Ray over here and get some of this knowledge, man, of what's happening. Mr. Edmond, you got any questions?
Oh, no. I just want to say thanks and keep up the good work. This is a super event. Y'all got some major players. I don't know if we can bring Tampa Bay Breakfast Club out to the broadcast.
Okay.
We would love it.
Okay.
I mean, hey.
I'm just talking my talk now.
Listen.
The idea, man. Look,
live broadcast out there.
We can.
The
aura.
And you
We
know
got
what
aura
I would
production.
like to say
I'm
that
volunteering
which
us.
is really something that we have to think about. I've been saying this since I've been in business, and I've been in business a long time. But we have to learn to collaborate over competition.
Yes.
We have to stop looking at our brother and our sister as our opponent.
Right.
As somebody that we are striking against.
Yeah.
We have enough against us.
That's right.
Already.
That's
and
right.
it's still here. Let's be honest.
It's
still here. It hasn't left. It's not going anywhere. But we can change the narrative.
Right.
We could talk about it in rooms. We could talk about it in conversations. But are we really acting on it?
Come on.
Are we really doing it? Are we really making a difference? So let's collaborate over competition. It is a lot of Juneteenth festivals going on. And every vendor that we spoke to, our vendors is coming out of town. You know, we have told them, listen, this is not an only one-time opportunity that you're here.
Right.
This event is going on. That event is going on. Take that time while you're here on our one day and utilize it for the whole week.
That's
because
right.
We actually have a young lady coming from California.
Oh, wow.
Who sells Ghanaian products. And she is registered at an event. We gave her the information to say, don't just come from California. But she's going to be a vendor at the event on Saturday and then ours. But we fed that. And we just asked for the same. So to all the other Juneteenth organizers out there, share our event too. Let them know that there's a way for them to make money on Sunday so that the person can make money the whole week.
Yeah.
It don't have to just be that day.
Oh,
because
man.
just think about it. We have 3-day events, but none of the vendors are coming on Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
So just that one day and that one opportunity, and they're coming from far. Why pack up, spend so much money to come
here,
and make money that one day when you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and what other days that is available for you to make it a opportunity. People always say, how you make things happen? Because you got to think about it.
That's right.
You got to put effort in it and make it happen. But when you sitting around and you like, I'm going to only share this with who I want to share it with.
You tripping.
You limit yourself. But then you are blocking the blessings for others.
That's right.
So
I'm glad you really kind of brought that back to because that was a part of what we were talking about earlier was around just this, can I say it, the exploitation that a lot of times we are preyed upon. And a lot of times we prey on each other and not pray for each other.
Come on. P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's unnecessary because it's enough for everybody.
It's enough.
And the whole idea of like, if your cup running over, what you just gonna let it spill into the street? You know what I mean? Like, let that excess go where it need to go, and you'll be surprised at how blessed you are. That's really been the saving grace for the work that we've been doing is like our willingness to work with people and collaborate with other people, because you can't do it all by yourself. You cannot.
You can't.
Especially when you're trying to make an impact.
Yes.
Because you're
on purpose.
On purpose. Because you think about the number of people that you can fit into the Eckerd College on Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
It's still so many thousands of other people that can be in other.
Right.
So even if you fill the room with people, it's still people that have needs.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we can't individually address all of those needs. And I just love to hear that, because you're right. When you say, okay, well, man, this event is happening. That's good.
We're going to tell you
That's
about
good.
it. We're not holding it back. And we could, right?
Yeah. Oh,
we
man.
We can hold it back. Why? We're putting in our time, our money in it. We don't have to share it.
Right.
But we're going to, because why would we not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It just makes no sense at all.
That's real, though.
Especially when we talk about our holidays. We talked about this, and we did some work, some advocacy around the way we view Martin Luther King. Because they had demonized the way we celebrate. Like they had the city sanctioned events, and then they were discouraging our cultural celebration, the historic and cultural celebration. And so we had to like remind them, it's like, okay, it's not just, us getting together, but do you see the dollars that's circulating? Do you see the economy? And you know what I mean?
It's a 360 if you think about it. If I feed you, you feed her, she feed him, he feed her, guess what she gonna come back and do? She gonna feed me.
The recycling sign.
It's gonna recycle. It's 360. Who loses?
And we all eating like
everybody wins. Everybody wins.
And vendors are very important for any event.
Any event.
But the money that they put in to make sure they have enough product there, we should be considerate. That's why we made the event free as well.
Yeah.
Because a lot of vendors are not able to be successful if a person has to pay an admission fee.
Yeah.
And then once they get in, the best vendor is probably the food, right?
Yeah.
But everybody else that has put in their time and effort to make products, whether it's beads or necklaces, they don't get to reciprocate and make that money back.
Right.
So we made it free. So that's why the community should come out and support entrepreneurship. That is the foundation of who we are.
Right.
Even back in the day in our communities, when we talk about 22nd, we had our own businesses, right?
Yep.
So now that we are into a new dimension, it's time for us to pivot. But when we pivot, the way that it's inflation is going, you need to find somebody that can sew.
That's
you
right.
need to find somebody that can cook some food for the community. You buy a meal, you split it in half, somebody else needs to eat. So come out and support these vendors.
Right.
Understand, good stock out of St. Pete means that we are good stewards as well of our neighbors.
And that's the thing I love about supporting like smaller businesses and entrepreneurs is once you give them that dollar, that might be dance lessons that you paying for. That might be a football helmet that you just bought.
For that,
you know what I'm saying? When you go out there, you might have just like when you giving it to Walmart, you don't know where that's going.
You don't know where it's
going. You know what I'm saying? But when I give it to
you might buy a helicopter.
This creative, right? I give it to this creative. I know that. Man, look, I saw them 3 kids over there. I saw the nephew that
direct impact.
You know what I mean? And it's direct impact and real deal support, man.
And I definitely want to say this because we were just talking about these groups and them getting money from the community. Come spend money with the community. This direct impact.
Yeah.
We don't got to worry about where it's going. It's direct impact. It's circulating in the community.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we growing. It's all about economic impact. And I thank y'all for this because if not for y'all, we probably wouldn't be down there.
Yeah, and it's layers, right? It's layers. It's just so much in this that's why I said it's just kind of resonating with me because the intentionality. So you got the economics, you have the arts and culture, you got like the science and technology. We reclaiming spaces, you really honoring our holiday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and really setting the tone for what we want to see. Because this is like the second or third year that it's been a federal holiday.
Yes.
So we get the day. What day we off?
We're off on Wednesday.
Okay, got it.
Monday and Tuesday, and then everybody's off Wednesday.
Okay, look at that.
So everybody get a little rest. But we want the residue of greatness to rest on everybody on that Wednesday.
Yeah.
When they come off, they're like, man, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Yeah.
I feel good from being from St. Pete.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? My children are coming back. They're inspired. If they're looking up things, they're looking at how can they be like or better than the other person, right? Somebody vendor that you met, you can go support them at other time. And this doesn't just have to be for Juneteenth. This can be quarterly. We want to do a checkup on the kids to see where you are with your goal setting. You know, what did you find out? Did you change? Did it change the trajectory of what the child was thinking of?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because these mentors are going to give lived experiences. If they came from St. Pete to where they are, y'all know that they didn't have a easy walk.
Yeah, that's St. Pete that they lived in is the same St. Pete we live in.
Correct.
So what you see is what they see.
Exactly.
What we experience is just the decisions that you make and the opportunities that's in front of you. And that's what I think the beauty of it is to be able to show like these people had the same realities, made different decisions, different choices. And then when they share their stories, you might be able to find something in it that you can connect to and you can resonate with. So y'all come out on it's Juneteenth, Good Stock out of St. Pete, Juneteenth Festival and Mentorship Expo, June 16th to the 18th, honoring some amazing people, y'all.
Absolutely.
Amazing people. It's free to the public. I'm having trouble. I paid all this money for these glasses and I can't see. What's the time again?
10 to 6 p.m. on the 16th, which is that Sunday.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the expo, 9 to 11 is middle school, and then 12 to 2 is high school, both Monday and Tuesday at Eckerd College. But sign up.
Sign your kids up because you can't just pull up.
Okay.
You got to sign up.
You got to sign up, yeah.
Can't just pull up.
You got to sign up and liability
sign up,
waiver.
then pull up, right?
Yeah, sign up,
then pull up.
Wait a minute. And sign a liability waiver. Because Tables of Purpose is a small nonprofit organization.
That's real, man. And I just love that. And the importance of signing up too is again preparation
and organization.
And
let's let our children see how important it is to have structure.
Yeah.
Order. Organization. Because a lot of times we blame things on what the children is not doing, but where's the example?
goals.
Oh man, did a lakeside chat with Rico King. Shout out to Rico. And the question came up: what's one of the biggest problems with the children today? And he said the parents.
Parents.
And I was like, man,
I'm talking about a drop the mic
yeah.
moment.
Because you talking about kids these days. He said the problem with kids these days is the parents.
Because they're their friends.
Right.
They try to be their friends.
Yeah, yeah. And I have a take on that. And you can't be their peers, right? Like that there's levels to this thing and how you handle it. But they do need somebody who they can go to, they can talk to, they can relate with.
They can trust.
And that's how they define friendship, right? And so when we start to say, okay, I can't be your friend don't mean letting you do anything you want to do. That ain't your friend.
And your real friend shouldn't let that
That's my mama voice right there. That ain't your friend. If your friend can't tell you when you're wrong, that ain't your friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Check your friendship out.
You need some new friends.
Absolutely.
No, but it's real. And so I appreciate y'all again for the work that you're doing.
Thank you all
for
having us.
And
let's talk about this live broadcast on that
Sunday. Okay.
Look. Do that.
Hey, listen, I don't know.
That's an off-air conversation because we got a lot of people that we need to tap in.
But we will.
But yeah, we're there. We're there.
Because I think this is big.
I think Sunday's open.
I will say this. You guys have one of y'all very own daughter is being honored.
Cheyenne.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So we're going to be that in.
Cheyenne.
Y'all locked us in.
It's just logistics and making it happen. But I mean, we definitely there. Yeah.
She's like, listen.
The cut sign. But no, we definitely could. Yeah, we could absolutely make it happen. Though.
We really appreciate you all, though, for real. Seriously, this means a lot. This is our first live interview, but we have a host of interviews.
Yeah, as you should. And I've been seeing y'all I watch y'all, man. And it's always good to see good people doing what they do.
We love to do too.
And really moving in it and operating, on purpose, being intentional. You mentioned clout, because we're in an era now where a lot of people doing a lot of things for likes and posts. And like I said, we really try to focus on impact.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And when you focus on the impact, the income will be there, and it might not. Sometimes it never come. you never get the income.
And I'm going to tell you something just real brief and quick.
Yeah.
It's not easy being on Central.
Okay.
And where I'm at, I've just found out I'm the only Black business in my corridors where I'm at.
I can go for that, yeah.
And when I found that out, it was very heartbreaking to me because I shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the things and the times that we're in is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you, I believe in knowing my heart, the things I have done, intentional, genuinely, and purpose for. That's how it continues for me to continue to be there. 14 years where it was nothing there.
I remember,
I watched everything grow up around.
That's got to be a trip. Just like if you take a picture on your opening day 14 years ago and you stand out there now, it don't even look the same.
Where there was a World Liquor across the street.
Right.
I mean,
like you got shadows on your spot that wasn't there before. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, I'm looking to stay there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna work.
We belong. Yeah.
Lewis Murphy told me if you got to go back to eating beans and weenies, make it happen.
That's right. We belong.
You know what I'm saying? But we belong there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's another thing that we can, and anybody that need my support know that I'm very supportive.
Yeah,
I'm willing to do what it takes.
Right,
and it don't cost a dime.
But being truthful about it too, it's not easy. There's no shortcut.
Of course.
And that's what these kids in the community need to see too.
Right.
Consuela's not just on Central doing hair. She's a cosmetologist licensed.
Yeah.
So it takes going and get an education, whether
continuing
it's
education,
pouring money and understanding what capital is.
Yeah.
Understanding that you must scale your business. Understanding that you must be relevant. You have to have all these things in place. There is no easy way. So these are the things, if you want to attach to someone, you have to be able to level up.
Right. That's right. Okay? No, I love that. And it's something you said, it sparked this thought in my mind. Karma been all right to me.
Come on.
Like me and Karma ain't got no problems.
We ain't got none.
You know what I mean? I made some choices back in the day and, we had some issues. But now, where I'm at right now, me and Karma all right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to keep it that way. And that's how you do it. Because that whole what goes around comes around. We always look at the negative side of that, but we don't look at when you putting out the blessings and the good that you're doing. And that's what I thought when you said that, you know, how it like, because you know they talk bad about karma. Yeah. But me and karma cool. Like I ain't got no issues with karma because the way I'm putting it out, you know,
I'm waiting on karma right now.
I'm really looking forward to see like karma where you at. That's right. You know what I mean? No, it's all right.
And I think what we try to say, we take it back to religion. We say the seeds that we've sown.
Yeah.
But the way you put it in layman terms is, hey, karma can go either way.
That's
so what you put in is what you're going to get out.
That's
Point blank, period. Yeah. You are representation of your own character.
That's right.
And what you get out of life.
That's right. And sometimes talent will take you places where your character is not ready for you to go.
Come on.
And that's why we see, you know, these people falling from these places, or you see like, hey, what happened to so-and-so? They might have had the talent, but they didn't have the character. And so for me, it's always important to just stand on the character, and the talent will take care of itself.
It will take care of itself.
Because like, I've seen it happen multiple times where you have really talented people, and we're going to talk about that a little bit as we land the plane. Like you see the Diddy situation, great talent,
yes,
but character. And it's just a matter of time before these things start to catch up to you. And like, man, like I said, me and karma, we cool, and I'm trying to keep it that way. So just being consistent over time.
That's a good way to start Monday.
Motivational Monday.
See that too.
Yeah.
Because they are into this social media. I call the microwave generation.
Yeah.
And as a professor, that's what I always say. Listen, I teach accounting, taxation, audit. You have to be a good steward of money, right? Mm-hmm. But when you're a good steward of money, you are a good steward of yourself. So he had money.
Right.
He had the publicity. And a lot of us see that around here with notables, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then after a while, money can't take you into other places, because when people speak on you, your name carries weight in rooms.
That's right. That's right.
When people speak on you, even if they're thinking of something shady to do,
they'll
say, "Oh, don't bring that person," because they're snitch.
That's what you got said.
Right?
You got voted off some islands.
They're snitch, or they ain't gonna go along with the get along.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they're gonna be difficult.
That's what progress. A slow road, being authentic and transparent along the way, will give you longevity.
That's right. That's right.
And I want these kids to know that.
Yeah.
When they get in the room with these people, they could be able to tell them these are the pressures, are things that we were presented to in the NFL, NBA, in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you all, these are the decisions. Go to where you need to be seen, and go home.
Yeah.
That's it.
So these kids need to know that, and not from, a lot of times, not from the parents.
Right.
Not from the teacher, from somebody that they idolize.
They look up too.
Yeah. And that's true. And I think we have to get over that, because sometimes we get upset that our children will hear things from somebody else, and we say the same thing. It's like, okay, I told you the same thing, but you ain't appreciate it coming from me. Let's let that go. As long as they got the message, that's what's important. You got it. Now, who the messenger was, of course, I want it to be me. That's right. But if you don't get it from me, if somebody else able to give it to you, I appreciate that person, and I appreciate you being able to receive it. And that's the thing that we got to get over as well. Another one of them things, I think, because
getting the message. I'm going to cut you off, but getting the message, but seeing the example behind the message.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Do as I say, not as I do. No, because if I'm doing this, I'm asking you to do it. Guess what? I'm doing it as an example. You're seeing the same thing that I'm doing, that I'm telling you I need you and I want and expect you to do. So we have to be examples behind our words as well.
That's that whole idea. You want what you want for your brother or sister, what you want for yourself. And if you want it for yourself, then you have to do it for yourself also, and not just direct other people to do it.
That's it. And that's why the parents are not welcomed in the room.
Yeah.
That is an incubator for our future.
Yeah.
Let them sit and rest upon
I like that.
some knowledge, because we vetted them, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to put your children in a room with pedophiles or somebody that's going to lead them in the wrong way.
That's right.
There's going to be mentors in the room. There's going to be moderators in the room.
Yeah.
There're going to be elders who's bringing wisdom in the room.
Yes.
But let them be somewhere where they can sit in an incubator for 2 hours, so that when they leave, they have something different to reflect on.
I like that too, that you said that, because it made me think sometimes the children may not be as open as they would be with if their parents are in the room. They may be a little more reserved because they don't know how their parents are going to take what they say. But yeah, I like that as well, that you're creating space. They call them safe spaces. That's the word they taught me.
Yeah.
I learned that. We got to create safe spaces. You know what I mean? And that's a very real thing. And we need more safe spaces with, children and young adults so that they can feel comfortable and confident to share what they're actually experiencing and going through. It's amazing. So if you had like a final thought or a final message for the people, what would your final thought be?
Come out, support. Understand that we live in a beautiful tourist destination city, but a lot of the times we're robbed of that when they think about African Americans in this city. Make sure that this Good Stock Out of St. Pete event is a homecoming. You can go to Tallahassee for homecoming for FAMU.
Okay.
Everybody, and I'm a rattler, everybody should be at Williams Park on Sunday. Bring dad, nominate him if you want him to be a grill master, but love every piece of this project so that we can show that we can stick together. And then you don't have to have any names or titles. We're regular people right here from St. Pete too. All right. So www.goodstockstpete.org. Vendors, sponsors, parents, children, community. We look forward to seeing you June 16th and your children June 17th and 18th.
Yeah, look, y'all got that down. Like, look, not nervous, not none of that stuff. Like, people coming in and be like, well, let me think about it. It's beautiful just to see the passion and just how it flows effortlessly when you talk about it. And I know that it's going to be an amazing event. Consuela, final thoughts. What would you say?
I would say that we know that Williams Park, we see all the high rise, all the high expensive homes or condos is there that we know people that's not even from St. Petersburg is enjoying.
Oh, yeah.
We know they're going to be out there. They're going to come because they're going to look out their windows and they be like, what they got going on over there? So they're going to come. But what about us?
Yeah.
We're from here. We have paid the way. We have paid so much to be here. Why shouldn't we enjoy downtown Williams Park like everyone else?
Yeah.
Come out, support, be a part of Good Stock Out of St. Pete because you too are Good Stock Out of St. Pete. We just don't know it. So if you're not there, how will we know it? So come out and be with us.
Homecoming, you said that, right? And I have seen those homecomings. And I see what people put into those and how they pour into it.
Yes.
And we got a lot of people that left here. And then they're in other places and they watch us, like themotionlive.com. They check us out there.
Yes.
So man, look, if y'all watching, y'all heard it. We putting out the call. Make sure that you're present and accounted for on June 16th at Williams Park. That's right, Williams Park, because the city belongs to us. We built it. We like sweat and bled for these places to be here. You also said something that I've been thinking about recently is that we live where people come on to vacation. Like people actually take time off work to come spend days here, and we live here, and we don't enjoy it.
We don't.
Let's change that. That's a part of our Mo for 24.
Right.
So I just want to thank y'all again for what you're doing and for y'all coming through. Mr. Edmond, what's on your mind, man? Final thoughts.
Thank y'all so much for what y'all doing. It's a lot of work that need to be done. Less need to be said. Oh, big shots out to Store 727.
Yeah, right on.
They've been giving out food, helping families and children. So y'all might need to reach out. That might be a good connect. And yeah, they doing big things, man, this weekend. Positive impact. All the people that doing something for the community, man.
And then we'll talk about this on Wednesday, though. Like this food insecurity and access to healthy food. Like it's like a real problem, man.
Yes,
it's so serious that the life expectancy for someone living west of 4th Street is 7 years less than someone living to the east. So that means if you cross 4th Street at Chatterways towards the gas station, if you live that direction, you may live 7 years less than a person who lives on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
Because of food insecurity and health insecurities.
Right. And it's just so much more to that we're going to start talking about that a little bit more. The one community, we lift up the one community grocery co-op all the time.
Yes.
OCGC. We got to get the band back together too, by the way. The one community plan and your work on that project. We're doing some stuff Thursday. So the Urban League is having an event. The Whitney Young dinner is Thursday. Neighborhood Association meeting is Tuesday at 6:30. Phyllis Wheatley Rise Up to Read campaign. Their meeting is Saturday, so we'll put all of this stuff into the Facebook page. But if you want to do something, it's something that you can do. There's a way to. It's enough. Yeah,
the city is popping, a lot, and people looking different places to get different things, but you just don't not look at what you got here at home.
And here's the other thing that I say too. Like if you have an idea for what you want to do, is usually somebody doing something similar. So find them and see if there's a way that you can collaborate and work with them. Yes. Just check the tires and see. But before you go and start your own thing, see who's already doing it.
And I would like to add something to that. You got to think about this. In a vehicle, how many opponents does it take to operate it?
Yes. Yes.
In a vehicle.
Yeah.
To drive from point A to point B, you have to have your wheels.
Yeah.
You got to have the brakes.
Yep.
The motor. The alternator.
Yep.
Everything,
accelerator.
Right? Do you think a car can run with just the engine alone without the body?
It cannot.
So why we don't look at life like that?
Man, look, you
every point
has
the operation, and if we appoint ourselves to what we're great at,
that's right.
We can make operations move.
That's right, because I don't know what a solenoid is, but I know it was always the solenoid the solenoid was a very important piece that you never even thought about and you couldn't see. So we have people in our community like that, but let me just be the solenoid, right? Or the starter, or whatever your role is. I love that analogy, and we do need to pimp our ride because we got some community hoopties around here that we.
Right. Can I say hello to all of our
chugging along,
our viewers, and I love you all too. Thank you guys for watching. Come out. I see y'all saying y'all coming out, y'all supporting.
That's what's up.
Even if you are far, whatever you do is a support. Even if you tell somebody, share it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
One thing you do is a support, and it's going to be excellent. So thank you guys. I love you guys. I'm not ignoring you guys, but thank you all.
Appreciate that. Look at Jam with the cam. We got 2 minutes and we don't need the whole 2 minutes, y'all. So again, we want to thank y'all for coming by. We're going to thank y'all for coming. We're going to give you back 2 minutes of your day. Y'all make sure that y'all tap in. What's on your mind Wednesday? We'll be back. And then up next, we got Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes and shout all around the house.
Yeah, Total Praise coming up on 99 Gems. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
Thank you.
This the one and only Mr. Edmund.
Good stuff.